I guess we need to head over there. Tanaka looked at the row of machines where the robots were. Kawa merely nodded, guessing that this was the case too. Ayaka and the other two were already walking over to one of the nearest machines. They didn't hesitate a moment, as though ready to become adventurers. It was likely that they fully trusted the words of both Melody and Darlena about the underground city being safe, regardless of how alien things looked. Tanaka sighed, thinking that it was better to have a little bit of skepticism instead of blindly trusting strangers. Walking over to the next three machines, Tanaka watched as Ayaka was the first to meet with the nearest Darlena. The girl was already being directed to stand in the middle of the machine. "Hello, Tanaka," Darlena said when Tanaka was close to the machine. First looking at Kawa, who was already making her way to the next machine, Tanaka then focused on Darlena. "I was told that you're in charge of this area?" Darlena nodded at Tanaka's words. "That's correct. You can think of me as the main administrative person, where most of your questions can be answered, as long as you have the proper authorization." Though your friend already broke that rule, Tanaka kept the thought to herself, not sure if Melody and Darlena were in contact with one another, or if what Melody did was not allowed. There's no need to be worried about Melody. What she did was within the job parameters. The robot smiled, guessing what was going through Tanaka's mind. Eyes opening slightly wider, Tanaka grinned. "I should have figured that. This doesn't seem like a place where things are done by accident." Grinning, Darlena said, "If you'll follow my directions, we'll have your body scanned." Sighing, Tanaka eyed the machine she'd been entering. It was pretty open, but there were half circles attached to various arms. Judging by the look of it, the things attached to the arms were some type of measuring device, reminding her of what she'd seen at the military hospitals, but in more compact shape. There were numerous screens at the top of the contraption pointing inwards, likely meant to be seen by the person being scanned. Each of the monitors was thin, as the thickness of a monthly magazine, which was surprising to see. TVs that she was used to seeing were massive, the size of a regular chair. It would also require multiple people to lift them up, regardless of how much in shape they were. "I imagine that I could carry all the monitors under one arm, easily," Tanaka thought. The floor of the machine was lighted, though diffused, making it glow. Tanaka wondered if the light was also part of the scanning process, or if it was to help to indicate where the individual was supposed to stand. Positioning himself in the middle, Tanaka said, "I'm guessing I'm supposed to stand here in the middle and not move?" She thought to the X-ray machines in the military hospitals, where the technician would get angry if the patient moved while the image was being taken. "Don't worry about that. Even if you do move, the scanner wouldn't have any issues. Just relax and imagine you're just waiting for a friend to show up to hang out." Darlena smiled, nodding. "Like, when would I ever have time to just wait around for a friend with how awful they schedule us?" Tanaka frowned from the memory. Without Darlena messing with any controls, the arms began to move slowly. The arm with scanners began circling around her, occasionally moving up and down in the process. The inner parts closest to her glowed, as though indicating that the scanning process was starting.